What if there was a way to know exactly how well your Facebook ads were going to perform before spending even a single penny? Well, my friend, there is, but I've got even more good news than that. Because after a decade of creating, managing, and teaching others how to create profitable business-building Facebook ad campaigns of their very own, I found that there's a few simple things that keep most people's Facebook ad campaigns stuck on the wrong side of the profit line. In other words, eating up all your time, energy, and advertising budget and giving you nothing back in return. And that's why in this video, I want to introduce you to a powerful strategy and an amazing piece of software that can not only help you create better Facebook ads faster, but also by using the power of artificial intelligence can actually predict your campaign's performance before you even hit publish. Also, a big thank you to AnyWord for partnering up with me and sponsoring this video, but more on that later. For now, let me show you how it's done. And it all starts by first taking a look at where most people get stuck with their Facebook ads. But to do that, we need to go back in time a few years to the year 2015, when the Facebook Power Editor was at the peak of its popularity. You see, what you may not know is that the Facebook Ad Manager that we all know and love today, well, it didn't always look this way or work this way. No, it used to be much, much worse. Like, so much worse. Your campaigns were arranged in what looked like a spreadsheet gone wrong. Editing was complicated and often involved downloading and uploading different worksheets, and accidentally deleting your entire Facebook ad campaign was as easy as accidentally clicking the wrong button. But over the years it evolved. Some of the features were removed and some were automated, and what once required a PhD in computer science just to use the darn thing, well, almost overnight became a simple and somewhat intuitive process, and you could get a new ad up and running in a matter of minutes, maybe even seconds. And that's the first big point I want to make here. Back in the day, like in 2015, the success of your Facebook ad campaign was based largely on your ability to target the right users and navigate the Facebook ads power editor. And like I already said, it was no easy task. But now the platforms are more intuitive and the algorithms have gotten so smart and so sophisticated that the key to success is less about targeting and more about writing a really good ad. The downside of this, though, is that writing a really good ad can often feel really hard, maybe even impossible sometimes. As anyone who has ever launched a Facebook ad and gotten 0 clicks, 0 calls, and 0 conversions back will tell you. That was up until recently. So next I want to introduce you to a software I've been using lately called AnyWord, which can help you quickly create high converting ads on Facebook, Google, Twitter, Pinterest, LinkedIn, and more. All by using their proprietary AI copywriting platform that's been battle tested and trained on $250 million worth of ad spend from the world's leading brands. So with all that said, let me hop into my computer now and show you exactly how it works. All right, so here we are inside AnyWord. Now, I've already talked that we're going to be setting up a Facebook ad, so we'll click there. Now, all we need to do is tell AnyWord a little bit about our project, whether give it a name, give it the industry, what are we promoting, or we can simply put in our website down here at the bottom. All right, so what I've done here is simply put in the industry or topic. We decided that we're going to be promoting a product or service, not content. We have an example landing page, is something I'm working on right now to draw some ideas and inspiration from. The product name in this case is a course for the marketing master plan. And then by putting in the URL, well, what AnyWord does is it goes to the website, it crawls it, and it takes the relevant information from that and gives us a product description. Of course, you're free to change this and to edit it however you like. And once that's done, well, we hit create project and we're off to the races. All right, so once that's done, it's going to take you to this page here, and it's at this stage that you want to choose the tone of voice that your copy, that your Facebook ad in this case, is going to be written in. So you can see that we can choose from confident and playful, we can go for more of a hard sell tone, conversational, we can use PAS, that classic problem, agitate, solve copywriting formula, along with ADA, and basically just choose whichever one you think is going to be best for you, as well as you have an option to create a custom template based on your tone, your style, the words that you use, and so on and so forth. So let's go with that. We're going to type in marketing for now. We'll type in perhaps marketing plan. We're going to go with problem, agitate, solve, and let's go generate. And I'll show you exactly what happens next. So once that's done, well, what you're going to see here is a list of some different options for you to choose from. What I find, though, absolutely the most amazing feature of all, though, is this little thing over here, which is a predictive performance score. Bit of a tongue twister, but regardless, what this is going to do is it's going to tell you how well your ad is going to perform based on a number of different criteria before you ever hit publish, before you put money behind your actual ad, which is incredibly powerful. So the first thing that I do here is I always kind of scan through them and I find the one that I think is sort of the best fit, regardless of the score. I kind of want to see which one matches the tone or matches the style that I like. And of course, if at any point I find that these may not be the right fit, I can just go over here, pick a different style, a different tone of voice, and have it come up with some new options. All right, so seeing as I've had a chance to take a look through these now, can see that this one probably sounds the most like what I'm kind of going after. I'm still going to probably make some tweaks to it and have it build on it, but I like this as a starting point. So you want a marketing plan to bring in new customers and profits, but every time you try something different, nothing happens, stop winging it, pick up this book. Obviously, we're going to tweak that to course, the marketing master plan, the 5-step process for consistently creating high converting campaigns that deliver concrete results. It's not bad. So let's go into details now. We're going to take a look at this predictive performance score, and we're going to get a few more details on what it is and how we can refine it to make it even better. So this is where things start to get really powerful. You can see that based on the content, based on the copy that it's written, this is the age range that this copy is going to perform best with. You can also see that it's got a more masculine tone of voice. So it looks like it's going to be favoring more of a male audience than a female audience. You can see we've got the main offer, what the emotions that it's conveying is about being understood, very powerful from a copywriting perspective. But you can also see that, look, these are the features, these are the pains, these are the benefits that we're getting. And of course, we have a CTA, which is pick up this book. We're going to change to obviously sign up for the course. And then lastly, channel policy safe, which means that what it does is it takes this copy and it runs it through the algorithm and compares it against what is allowed and what's not allowed. So you can make sure you're giving yourself sort of that highest likelihood that your ad is going to be approved, your ad account is going to be kept safe, rather than risking it, rather than throwing some kind of copy out there that may be in some kind of violation to the terms of service. So by creating your Facebook ads this way and by running it through the predictive performance score, you're going to be able to ideally see an increase of 20 to 30% before you ever hit publish. This is going to make sure that you're really operating from the best position possible. Not to mention, what you can do is you can look through these things here, like the benefits and some of the features and the pain, and you'll see this little link for ad template. So what we probably want to do is perhaps build a new template, new campaign out of, let's say, the benefits here. So we're going to go add template. These are the benefits that we want. We'll go save, and we now have a brand new template created based off of those. Okay, so at this point, we know which one that we want to go after. We know that it doesn't have as high a score as this one at the top, but we find that it fits the brand and the message that we're going for more. So at this point, what we want to do is we want to head over to the rewrite section here, because this is going to enable us to make those necessary tweaks and adjust it more for what we're after. Now, you can copy and paste some text in, you can write terms in that you want to have rewritten, or you can import directly from Facebook and have them auto sync with your account. So what I've done here for the rewrite section is I've taken part of the previous ad that I kind of liked, but that initial part was just kind of bugging me. Something didn't quite feel right. So what I did is the first thing is I just rephrased a couple keywords. So instead of said you want your marketing plan, I just said you want your marketing to bring in new customers and profits, because obviously the marketing plan is the actual offer, so they don't even know about it yet, so it doesn't make sense to reference it. So regardless, you want your marketing to bring in new customers and profits, but nothing ever seems to work. So that's kind of the tweak that I made. And then what I did is I made it a little more masculine. After all, knowing that we're targeting, say in this case, more of a male audience, and these are the options that it came up with. So this first one is actually pretty decent. So you want your marketing to bring in new customers and profits, but nothing ever seems to work. That was before you found the marketing master plan. Now here's the beauty. What you're able to do is you're able to take your ad and you're able to kind of deconstruct it and engineer it bit by bit, line by line, copy and pasting your favorite parts, tweaking the parts that just aren't converting right. But it also gives you a ton of ideas and inspiration, whether you use them in this ad or whether you want to apply them to future campaigns. For example, you can scroll down here to some of these lower performing ones, and yet there's still lines in here that are half decent. So for example, you want your marketing to drive more conversions. I'd say increase conversions, give you more confidence and create measurable growth every time you take action, or every time you launch a campaign, or every time you create an ad. So you can see that we've got the building blocks, and we could probably take this, plug it back into Rewrite, have it go through some things, and we'd come up with even better options that were more suited for what you want. But regardless, this one's not bad. The 79 score is okay. I'd probably still want to tweak it a bit. And seeing as this is the beginning of the ad, let's try going with a hard sell tone and just seeing what we get. All right, so this is what it's got back for us. This top one is actually pretty good. Now you can finally stop wasting time and money on campaigns that don't work. What I would do is I think we can probably take that and we can make a couple tweaks. So now you can finally stop wasting time and money on marketing campaigns that don't work. So let's do that. And you can see that automatically just by adding marketing, we're going to end up with a slightly different phrase here. So let's go with possibly more engaging, and we'll see what that gives us. All right, so a couple more options to choose from. Now these are neat because they're nice and short and punchy. So while we're working with that sort of the body copy of the ad, all of these would actually work as headlines. So no more wasted time and no more, I would want to say, wasted money. Now you can finally stop wasting time and money on maintaining campaigns that don't work. I would just say on marketing campaigns that don't work. Now you can finally stop wasting time and money on marketing campaigns that don't work. There we go. It did the thinking for me. You now have the power to end your wasted time or wasted marketing budget. Again, some pretty decent options there. Now, being a bit of a marketing nerd, I could do this all day, and often I do. It's an amazing and interesting way to get ideas and inspiration, as well as start creating better performing campaigns. But let's move on to some other cool features that you can use as well. A cool thing you can do is over here, and this is power mode. And this essentially allows you to have any words start to create a different tone, a different style in your own voice or in the voice of anyone that you like that's published some content that is possibly more famous. They've got some stuff out there that any word can use to learn from and create. So you can see we've got a Yoda example here. You just put in whatever description you want. You give it some examples, do or do not. There is no try. Classic Yoda. Basically, we give them another example of how we move some words around, some other ones essentially, and then we can save this. And then when you tell any word to create new content, they can create it in whatever style or tone or voice that you want, which again, just sort of makes it easier to communicate your message in a way that best aligns with your brand and your business and the style you're going for. Of course, as important as your Facebook ad is, it's only half the equation. The other half is what happens after someone clicks your ad. In other words, your landing page, the place that your customer arrives after clicking your ad. Now, traditionally, what we did here was do our best to create the best landing page possible, and then A/B test or split test different variations of it in order to get the highest conversion rate possible. But I want to show you a shortcut here on how to use any word to get better results faster and save a ton of time and money along the way. Not only can you use any word to help you create brand new landing page copy from scratch using pretty much exactly the same process I just showed you now, but what I find even more exciting is how you can also set up on-site optimization that shows each user a different variation and improves conversion performance without doing anything on your end. You can generate variations of copy for your headlines, product description, and CTA or call to action, and show the right variation to the right audience at exactly the right time. So let me hop back into my computer now to show you what this looks like. So here we are inside the new project setting. We've got the landing page selected, and what we want to do here is improve an existing product or landing page. Now, of course, we could have it create entirely new copy for us, but we've got that one that we wanted to do a few tweaks for. So very similar process to what we did with the Facebook ad. We can enter the project name, choose the topic or industry for what it is, drop in the URL, and we'll go from there. All right, so at this point, you're going to see a few things that probably already look familiar to you. You're going to see this predictive performance score. You're going to see a couple different versions of copy that it drew from the page. And now we've got a couple really cool things that we can do here to really make it sort of that much better and improve things line by line. Now, what's going to happen is anywhere it's going to go to the URL that you put in. It's going to take away the screenshot if it can and drive it in if it works out there. So you can see we've got a couple areas where it's sort of dragged in the screenshots, allowing you to see where it goes. But the big thing that I want to focus on are where I think it can improve some of the copy. And in this case, I think I saw one down here that I thought was half decent. Discover how having a marketing master plan is helping businesses around the world get new customers and clients, make more sales, and grow any business with more ease and less stress. But it's funny, after reading that again, it does sound a little bit wordy. So what we're going to do here is we're going to have it rewrite things. Now we have a choice. We can have it rewrite strict, which means it sticks to the tone and the style and many of the words that it has, or we're going to go rewrite creative. Now in my experience, I find to get the best results with rewrite creative. But of course, being the copywriting and marketing nerd that I am, I often check all of them anyway to see what inspiration I can draw from. So we'll hit rewrite creative, we'll hit our generate, and we'll take a look. And you can see that we've got a couple options here. Our predictive scores are already starting to go up. What if you could stop struggling with your marketing? That one's pretty good. With an original marketing master plan, you can create high converting and profitable marketing campaigns that deliver concrete results. I think that's good. This plan can help you reach more customers, make more sales, have better opportunities, launch new products and services with ease. You'll also be less stressed because of all the stress you'll be saving yourself from. So what we can do here is we can edit it because we've got a couple words that are showing up twice. We've got a paragraph of text that I probably want to break out a bit, but regardless, that's pretty good. You can see that we're still content safe. We've got a similar demographic, slightly more masculine than feminine, but regardless, very, very interesting to have here. All right, so in this example, I've decided to go with this version here. And here's what's really cool. When I hover over this one, you can see in that section over there where the screenshot shows missing there, but we hover over here and it automatically fills it in with what it's going to look like. So you can actually preview what your landing page is going to look like before you make any changes. So with an original marketing master plan, you can create high converting and profitable marketing campaigns that deliver concrete results. I like that. This plan can help you get more customers, make more sales, have better opportunities and launch, etc. I like that. Let's make a couple more tweaks here. So let's go with less. You'll also be less stressed. You'll also, let's say, eliminate overwhelm. Overwhelm. Because of all the stress you'll be saving yourself from. We'll go with it. Might tweak it later, but for now, let's leave it there. All right, so we've got a decent enough predictive score, but here's where things get really cool. We have the original version here, which is showing this predictive score of 44. We have our new version here, which we've saved. But now if I come down here, I can turn on continuous optimization, which means that it's going to continuously optimize and based on the criteria that I set, show different versions, much like sort of trying to find the absolute highest converting combination of text possible on your landing page. Now, in order to do that, we want to come over here to this continuous optimization settings and start going through the process of setting these up so that it has the information it needs in order to do so. So setting up a conversion goal is important because this is what is going to tell you, and as well as tell the software, which page is converting better. So it can start to mark that as the winner or drive more traffic that way. So you can set it up through a destination URL so they visit a specific page if they click on different copy. You can set it up through a call to action button. So if they click a certain button, this is typically the ones that I like to recommend most, is setting it up either through a specific call to action or a destination URL. In this case, we're just going to say, we'll go with that one here and we'll go to next, where now what we can do is we can start to set things up based on a target audience. And this is where things get really exciting. You see, what you're able to do is you're able to show different variations of your page to different visitors based on where they came from. So for example, you can choose either, say, if someone comes from Facebook or LinkedIn or TikTok, you can show them different versions of the page. Same as if you set up UTM parameters in order to do this as well. The point is that you're able to make very specific, very customized pages with specific and customized text based on where someone's coming from, which can only help to increase your conversion rates. Then, very simple process. All you need to do is copy and paste a little bit of code right there, drop it onto your website, and now the software is going to be well set up in order to establish which ones are converting better and sort of optimize your variations all for you. All right, so what you can see here is that we've got a list of different calls to action, and what you're able to do is you're able to see the conversions on how it performed in relation to the baseline. So you can see that we've got, say, 7-day free trial, we've got claim your free trial, we've got ready to boost conversions, all of these different options. And then by clicking over to continuous optimization performance, you can see how the any word optimized page performed in relation to the baseline. So in this case, we're seeing a conversion rate increase of 45.36%, which is no small number. So absolutely phenomenal to get that kind of a boost just by optimizing things. So the next thing you're going to want to do is check out the link I have in the description below this video to sign up for your free trial of AnyWord with 10,000 free words. And when you use the code ATOM, you'll also get 20% off your first month. And for more marketing strategies, make sure to check out the video I have linked up right here on top digital marketing strategies. So make sure to check it out now, and I'll see you in the next video. All right, the next thing that'll really help you become a better digital marketer is to understand the differences between strategy and tactics and when to use them. Strategy is all the big picture stuff.